today. Here is another game of RandTour, round 4. It's Drankel&Zhrankel, terri, Chlyssich or Chlyssich, whatever, against PN team, Raketa Destah. Both teams has a score 2-1, so the victor probably will qualify to the next stage. And let me send some links to the stream. I hear some fighting sounds here, but that is probably only one barbarian here is dying. I don't like the position where terri is trying to go, as there is quite a lack of space. Oh, that was lucky by those X-bows. Like, not enough space here for them, for both of them. And he decided to press X. Okay, X-bows are tanking, but actually this... Okay, that's not that bad as it probably could be, but those X-bows are out of position, and that is very bad, as the enemy has bows. I mean both X-bow packs working right now. Barbarians here are also quite far from here, and it seems like PN team will get this, as one pack of reinforcements is also coming here. Probably, maybe it will be enough for terri to win this one. I mean, those reinforcements. It depends on positioning, and actually I don't like where Raketa is going. He must hold these barbarians here. Otherwise they will backstab them. Chlyssich is trying to flee with his crossbowmen. Kinda a lot of barbarians here alive. Warriors, whatever. Actually, I need to change the locale. So he gave up on chasing those X-bows. Chlyssich is controlling them. Well, this game is on terri. It's like how many? 12 against... difficult to count. Probably versus 11. And all of those are trying to kill. And probably they do it kinda successfully. I mean, both of them. Here you can see some 4 versus 4, and terri here will be victorious. This is, that's me, literally me. Okay. I think that Drankel&Zhrankel will save more X-bows than there. And probably warriors as well. Let me count. It's 7. 8 versus 6. Yeah. This can be a mistake, as they will not have that much time, but actually, as he decided to divide them... Oh, that bush! That bush is an obstacle. But actually, for now, it's obstacle for Raketa. But Raketa is controlling that, so he will die soon. I mean, terri's barbarian. Yeah. Oh! Wow. Okay, so top is secured, and here we can see what? Only 2 X-bows are alive, only 2 warriors, so there is no chance for PN team, and that's how Drankel&Zhrankel will win this fight and start drafting. Not a bad fighting, I must say. Now drafts. -2 default maps. The gamble is open, guys, so you can make your predictions. Kinda difficult to make any judgments from those bans. Double Roads is just a coin toss map in my opinion. Riverlands is just not a suitable map for current 60 piece time. The battlefield there is really unpleasant. Actually, maybe the same stands for Double Roads as well, but firstly, Double Roads is just not an even map, because the random there is not mirrored, and that's a problem. I wouldn't be surprised at all if I will see another Chlyssich here, so... I for sure know that both teams are more than happy to play there. Therefore, actually, none wants to ban it. So I think it should be alive for the top 3 maps, and then probably Drankel&Zhrankel can choose something else, but that's not guaranteed. But still, you know, it's as their score is 2-1 for now, so they have the right to make a mistake once. And that's why they probably will not show everything they have. But of course, sometimes it can be like a simple situation where you actually have nothing else to show. And I cannot know for sure. Actually, Classic listed his maps which he was not ready to play, but I don't remember exactly. He told all of us to note and to write it down, but of course, at least I am not that person who actually did it, because I have no need in it. But probably the PN team decided to do that as they knew that they would be their opponents. Just 2 maps with high random reliance. So last 2 bans by Raketa Destah. Привет, Гуль. Actually, I want to say that by now this is the 3rd game of the 4th round. And for now, all of my 2 predictions are correct. I betted on Orcs and SoundCloud. This time I have a bet on Drankel&Zhrankel, but this is probably the most difficult map to predict the victor. And the only reason why I actually decided to bet on Drankel&Zhrankel is that because I'm sure that Chlyssich is a good fighter. And if the game will be even in terms of economics, in fighting that can make some difference. But actually, Chlyssich also can fail building. Or something like that. Or Terry, probably, they will misunderstand each other somehow, or something like that. And actually, I must say that in their games, Raketa Destah showed kinda not that bad level of communication, of mutual communication. Some games they for sure won because of their decisions on battlefield. For example, the previous one, they played against colonizers. Not this game. On Mirage, for example, yeah, against the Carrot and Celery, their attack was like a victorious one. Actually, I don't remember their game against colonizers because probably, yeah, because I didn't stream it as far as I remember. It was someone else. No Mirage, no Chlyssich, surprisingly. So Lifkin Wars, Waveonia, or Burning Skies. I must say that the most... I expect Lifkin Wars to see here in this way, but probably I just don't know something. I mean, Burning Skies is really the most unique map in this map pool, because it's like scripted in its core. Waveonia is just way too random, and I don't expect it to be picked anyway. And Lifkin is just Lifkin, not that bad one. As the random there will be mirrored, there are, as far as I know, there were some changes in location picking. Let me check. There were some kind of bug Yeah, it's only 1-2 or 1-4 versus 5-6 or 5-8. So yeah, it was like a script bug, which makes players pick location number 1, like they have to do it to make the script work correctly, and that's kinda should be fixed, but the only thing which was actually fixed is rules. So whatever. But probably they will risk it somehow. If they prepared Burning Sky so they can pick it. It always can be some kind of bluff. Same for Waveonia. The bad guys, I reminded, it's still open, so you can predict who will win this game. Okay, nothing special, that will be Leafkin. Literally the mirrored one map, so it's kinda picking Leafkin is a good news for those who lost the fight. I mean Raketa and Destah. Because locations here are mirrored, so they will not lose anything by picking a side. I mean letting the Drankel&Zhrankel team picking the side. And it's kinda default map anyway. So it's 1-2 versus 5-6. Nothing unusual here as well. I've seen it already, but I don't. I wonder how many games were there during the tournament. So 2 games. So this is going to be the third one. It was Forks and Swords versus Für Deutschland, where Bazo protected his rear, and the other was Forks and Swords. Double time for Forks and Swords actually versus No Skill No Fun, and I don't remember that game by the way. Wait a moment. No, I remember it now. I probably commented with Ritter. Yep. So let's wait for teams to start. As now I have nothing to say, probably if you guys have some questions in chat, I'm ready to communicate. Hello, Harry. Good evening, Thunder. Seems like we will observe your kind of favorite map on this tournament. It's 2 or 3 games of your team We're on it. We're on it. Yeah. Okay, kinda understandable position. Allowing David to play with it a little. Why are those guys are so long? I remind that according to the schedule, this game should have started like half of an hour ago. Some preparations, location choice, rebuilds. Probably I will be able to stream 2 games in a row, as the second game was expected to start right now, but it was postponed by an hour. But actually, if those guys will be so slow, actually, as far as I know, they chose location somehow wrong. Let me check. Lifkin War, it's either 5-6 or 5-8. Yeah. Classic is on his guard. Staying vigilant. And they will have a peacetime break to call each other. Building alone. Well, every player chooses it by himself, oneself. Just keying. Never mind. So, I see 6 builders, and that's kinda nice already. And no fish on the map, I must say. Kinda painful, but everything else is, well, kinda low amount of wood. It's like 46, and this random is kinda far from any forests, but it will be easier for her and Raketa accordingly to reach the bottom forest, and that's good, I think. But yeah, food conditions are quite severe. Okay, as for... it's kinda... It's equal for every player. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but actually, okay, 5. Or maybe even, okay, 4 if for long term, but it can be faster. 4 or more iron mine slots, 5 I'm gold, I mean 5 iron mine slots, and kinda difficult conditions of food. I asked him whether he has a beautiful building, and he said that his building is literally, I translate, piece of shit. Thank you for your attention. As for builds, it's not slow build, I'm looking at that in for some reason, and oh, actually, okay, you can understand this anyway. I mean, why is he jigging this plan right now, as they have a normal unlocking order? No idea. Just postponed his school construction. Not for lots, but still. Stone is kinda pleasant here, but I really wonder to see how those teams will get over with wood, first of all, and then with food as well. So here we can see some kind of a planting woodcutter. It can cut something with the transition of the working area. Classic going like Breaking Bad here. Like 2 planting. Wait, okay, that's kinda interesting decision. But the price of that decision is his free space here. Okay, noted. Here is everything like default. Raketa seems like he just doesn't pay any attention to that factor, so he's just building for quarries. Destah here like decided to move a little bit to left to this wood directly. Okay, we'll see. I like this map even in the previous version and now with the random script, because you see 4 like absolutely like mirrored towns with equal conditions, and you see how players make decisions here. For example, this one is for sure the most unique of all. Oh, that's unpleasant. You can... Okay, here comes the mic control. I mean, it's possible in beta to fire, to sack your builder, for example, and then cancel the decision. And they will choose the target what to do, relying on that. Well, which is closer, which has more priority, so that's one more instrument of controlling those. Also a planting woodcutter here. Yeah, making a planting woodcutter is kinda a good idea overall here with such conditions. This is probably just a little bit of overkill. Well, if he doesn't require a lot of space for farms, that's good. If he builds, if he builds them only for one cycle, I mean one planting and then cutting them off, that's also a good thing, I think. Should be fine. Not a fan of those huts position. But whatever. I like this stone position here to reach all of those three mountains. As for example, this one will be more comfortable for bringing stone to the bottom, but only one mountain here. And probably he wants to make, for example, two other quarries, for example, somewhere here. I don't think that he will build 5 here near this mountain. Even if it's like that, so it can actually cover this small one, but meh. Sounds like meh. I will turn on the resource graph, as it's probably kinda the most interesting for now. I see those 4 timbers for Chlyssich here. And those 2 are not working, so this one is in cut-only mode to provide more tree trunks. Guys, the gamble is still open, it's like 4 minutes left, so if you... Who do you think will be victorious here? You can bet on this team. Well, actually, there are 4 already. Yeah. Okay. Here is something usual. I mean, the consequences of that decision will be visible only later. Right now, it's just unclear. Still unclear. Those 2 are in cutting mode or cutting only mode. He's walking on the edge of a knife, but right now he has enough. For this farm, for maybe another farm, I'm not sure about gold mines, but this amount of farms tell us that he's going to play default. Therefore, I think that these 2 woodcutters are only for one cycle. Yeah, if you hasn't decided to do it like that, so anyway you have to reach all of those forests here. The other 3 towns, well, they are quite similar in some aspects. Maybe not stone placement because I like Terri's one the most. But for example, woodcutters here are all like the same farm. They are in one farm. Well, now I've got the info that the next game will be postponed once again. We'll see. I don't know. Only 2 timbers here for terri. Still everything should be fine. It's, hello Milky Way, good luck. Actually, I am streaming, so I'm not the one who actually needs luck here. Destah is the only one who doesn't have a farm right now. While Chlyssich actually has 2 of them. But once again, resources like really important here. And as far as I can see, those 2 are still not ready to cut trees. Is that 35? No, it's 60. That's 60 peacetime tournament made by organized by Thunder. And I'm a streamer here. Still kinda dangerous for Chlyssich here. As he has no reach to, for now, even to those trees. He hasn't switched mode on exactly this one. That's kinda mistake. Yes, he could plant something with those, and no reach for those. Let me count, like 6, 9, 11, 16 timber, tree trunks. All the other players has this access. Still no cutting for those 2. Still planting. Kinda dangerous. I don't like this placement of woodcutters. I mean, in this case they are not as effective as they should be. And also... Okay, so this is cut only mode, as was expected. And overall I must notice once again that we'll see 4 default strategies once again here. And I probably just don't understand something, but I mean, those conditions are really favorable for some town hall threat here. And I suppose that after we witnessed a lot of such situations when with low food players have really a small default army, but it's possible to do kinda more decent than that Town Hall plus Iron Army. Seeing once again on 4 defaults here is kinda meh. This is like the consequences. But I am sure that it will not be for long. So this decision is kinda nice, but probably he just should have built those woodcutters in some different way. For example, instead of this one or this one of those are really not necessary here. He could just build, for example, here one, and that's like not the... It doesn't require a lot of your resources to do compared to those 2, and just move the area above. Just fear that they will fuck up a build they never played before. Yeah, but the thing is, actually building Town Hall is by far easier than playing a default, especially with such food conditions. And as they are playing tournament, I think they prepared to it somehow. Probably not, of course. And during that preparation, they for sure could test. Nice food, by the way. Yep. That's kinda a Chlyssich moment, as the script is the same here. And while on Chlyssich it's still difficult to play Town Hall on some locations, as the mountains are not that favorite. Their locations not that convenient. It's easier if you have no idea what to do. Well, difficult to argue with that. For now, the most stable player here is Destah, as if we see on the number of resources. But the least amount of citizens for some reason, and I don't know why, as he has a lot of gold and the gold production is already working, but that's probably because he is trying to save some food. And because probably now he has enough, but actually if his 20 workers are literally working, for example, building a road or something like that, you need those. And for example, you need 20 to fill the inn, and even more because, I mean, as some citizens are hungry. So it's probably like, yeah, that's what I mean. At least 5 more is required. And here I can see that Chlyssich is just meal as his first building. I really don't like this, I don't know. I see this one. This is like a false promise, probably. Yeah, maybe not false, though. But still no iron, and no attempts to get iron, I mean. Traffic jam. Well, he will build this third road, and I think he will be enough. You know, this one is just temporary as the first bringing of food to the inn. Почему разговариваю на английском? Потому что я стримлю этот турнир в основном на английском языке. Потому что на русском стримит классик. Просто здесь он стримит от первого лица. Yep. So... Iron Smithy here for Destah. The second question is where is he is going to make his iron production? On top, either on top or on bottom. It depends on where he will build his coal mines. My opinion is that bottom is by far more convenient for that, but I see here an armor smithy. Kinda meh position. Probably he will get some coal from this place. Don't know. Still not enough timbers for him. Nah, not picking those is a kind of mistake. Also, this road is required, and probably even this one. As stone delivery is also important, as his continuing story in stone, by the way. And he is the only one who is doing that. Sounds like a meal. Probably he will transform his town into something town hall related, because for now I see some preparations to do that. Yep. But still, lack of timbers, I mean, huge one. Seeing that he changed his mind in cutting all of those trees from here, which he has planted, I think that his decision to switch to Town Hall was not planned. It's like a spontaneous one. Don't you think, guys? as it also requires a lot of iron, and he is the only one who is not even trying to reach it right now. And that's kind of surprising as well. He has probably the biggest amount of citizens on this map. Yep, that's it. But I mean, it's time. So probably the bottom one, but there are only 2. It's not that pleasant. I don't get it. What is he doing, actually? So 4 farms. It's like 2 for meals, and 2 for 1 stables. Still not enough timbers for everything he craves here. Seeing a swine farm here means that he is gonna play default. Actually, the corn consumer here is actually a meal, not a swine farm. So Terry is actually the only one. Probably it was not the first building, I am not sure right now, as I also see a bakery here. But swine farm is here as well, and second will be added soon. I don't like this position of swine farm. Kinda can just place farm here and for them swine farms above. Whatever. Some attempts to get iron from all the players here. So, that's how Raketa actually decided to do that. 1 from the top, while 2 from the bottom. He is the only one who decided to do it like that here. Probably because if you already reached this top mountain, it's much easier to make additional 2 on the top compared to making such a road to the bottom. But we also can see that the woodcutter is here, so kinda a lot of timbers for him. Second mill is going to be added. Actually, that doesn't look like a default strategy as well, as you know, you probably don't want to build 2 mills. Terry plays with soul. Well, okay. Okay, here's one swine farm for Destah and going to make the second one. And here I don't get it. For now. I see quite a lot of farms. So it doesn't look like iron only or stuff like that. Actually, it's still possible to make iron only, but to do that you probably want to focus on that. It was possible from the very beginning since they have 5 iron mines here. But for now it's some kind of improvisation show, I don't know. They literally faced such severe conditions and they don't know what to do here. Actually, swine farm for Chlyssich here. Is he going to play town hall plus leather? Literally, I just don't know. It's town hall plus leather, but he actually decided to plant everything which is around him with the woodcutters, so he doesn't have enough space for a lot of farms. Only questions, guys, only questions. He just demolished this. But there are only 6 tiles, by the way, so nah. Okay, what do we have here? A lot of AFK citizens. Why is that so? Well, if I were she, I would probably open timbers on storehouse. Because this, for example, is staying without anything right now. What's the actual reason of such a idle like situation? I don't know. Here goes nothing. And the mixed position of coal mines. It's like 3 coal mines on the top, but no coal consumers on the top, so they will deliver that coal from top to bottom. Or she will probably add something, yep, on the top, like a bit later. Oh, Jesus. Actually, Raketa here has quite a lot of tree trunks, but timbers. It's not enough timbers, I must say. So, because probably one carpenter was hungry. Now he's fine. And he hasn't stored any timbers. I don't see a reason to block storing timbers. I don't know. If you don't do that, you usually just burst with your timbers graph here. So 2 bakeries looks like a must here. Because I see what is going in his town with only 1 bakery, and that's like a disaster. Winery is not ready yet, and I mean the grapes are not ripe, so... Two here also, but not enough corn for those mills on the top. What about the amount of farms? Well, that's kinda total wheelchair gaming. I don't know. And Classic actually is the only person who decided to make a town hall in such conditions. But I'm really surprised with his second direction. He just made 6 farms here and this wine farm for some reason. It looks like something 3 branch build related, but I'm not sure about his final results here. Like, completely not sure. And actually, it's not a big deal to make a road to the top, as his quarries are on the top of his town, so... Building to the bottom is, like, kinda unpleasant, because they have to wait quite a lot to have the stone delivered. Cutting only here, I think, to clear these 2 tiles. These guys are still working usually. So those are axes. He's storing axes. Is he building market? Nope. So this is going to be militia. It's like militia plus town hall. 3 quarries. I must say 4 quarries, but he actually possesses 6, so that's still kinda unpleasant, I must say. So, but he's kinda cautious about that, so... Well, actually, making a plan doesn't mean to make a quarry, but... Whatever. Issues with timbers here. Not enough. The fourth sawmill is required, so here it is. Still severe food conditions. Hungry serfs deliver food and eat it constantly. About actually barracks. Chlyssich has one, and axes are delivered there. No such thing for the right team right now, and Destah is actually he's not planning to build it right now. So he's just storing a lot on his storehouse. Yes, he's sure that he will be alright. In all of that. Well, more farms for right team here. Kinda even situation of citizen lost. Still no stables for Chlyssich. And for the rest of the players as well. The same problem, I suppose. Let me check resources. A really big amount of tree trunks and no timbers. Because what? Because they blocked the delivery of timbers on their storehouse. And when they didn't have to have that many timbers, his sawmills just stayed AFK without anything, without any task. And now, when you finally need this big amount of timbers for building like 4, 5, 6, 7 buildings at the same time, probably even 8. I count 8 here. And surprisingly, you just don't have enough timbers to do it at the same time, like with lightning speed, so to say. But your huts, your woodcutters are filled with those tree trunks. So, yep. Whatever. I'm just a viewer here. 21 iron ore here. Want to be processed somehow. Second winery here for Destah. Well, he's the last in terms of tree trunks. And third for timbers produced. We'll see how many iron weapons he will get. Not iron, wooden weapons. But yeah, this is like a complete wheelchair gaming, I don't know. The results will probably be like 150 weapons. Because of those timings with woods, because they have to build a lot of mills just to survive, yeah. And actually the only interesting moment for me here is to see what actually Chlyssich will have here with his peculiar strategy. Which really looks like something like free branch strategy here. Focus on gold, but really low amount of iron here and focusing more on corn. that actually allowed him not to lose any of his citizens here. So this is probably barbarians, but I'm not sure. By the way, that can be rogues theoretically. As I see, well, I see some bows here, so probably barbarians. And militia. That's what I see right now. So he has a tannery, so he is going to make some armory workshops. What a beautiful sight. What a shame that this thing will be stomped just to make the army release easier for him. That's, you know, that's a life hack to make a wine. If you have a stamp be in front of your barracks, you can make winery to delete that stamp and then delete winery with road, so you will not have any objects in front of your barracks, so you will be able to release your army freely. Let's check some graphs. Yes, so amount of timbers. The left team is victorious here. So we'll. I expect that probably the right team will not have enough wooden weapons. But probably the situation can be like that they all will have kind of low amount of leather armor here, so they will not need too many of them. I mean, of wooden weapons. Corn for Destah here and Terry. Actually, Chlyssich has more than Raketa, and that's interesting. Iron ore for Raketa. And for actually almost everyone except Chlyssich here, because he's really far behind, but he has gold. Okay, I could understand that if he built the stables. For example, so this iron is only for horses, for knights. And that's why you build it kinda late. But so many questions right now. I'm not sure that even Chlyssich can answer them. So that was a quarry. Okay. Some kind of avant-garde art, I must say. That means that I'm too stupid to understand that. Actually, stables here from Destah. He's the only one. Terry only has a plan. And nothing more. But... okay, that's not but, it's just 3 swine farms, the same stands for Raketa and Destah here. Some kind of a traffic jam here for Raketa. Some roads are required in the middle to distribute this traffic to some different branches. Also some stones, but he actually decided to demolish it in advance. Kinda wise, I must say. Two plus one forges here. Here will be 1+1. So it's either X-bows or pikes. I tend to believe that it can be barbarians plus X-bows, but what is that amount of X-bows anyway? So what's that? Do not tell me that you have forgotten. Probably he's thinking about that right now. Gold is working. This is gonna be something like 240, I suppose, at Spike. I mean, 240 is kinda too much for rogues, so it will be somehow mixed. But actually, I really like the performance of those cheap army setups with rogues and pikes and rebels, but they really require kinda wide battlefield, and Lifkin Wars is not that map, for sure. Probably one of those three battlefields will be empty for sure, and I'm not and I'm not sure either that they will use two at the same time. It's probably like all of them will be on the one. Therefore, you want some not that numerous but quality troops. But I can see a lot of militia here, and probably not that many recruits already now. So that's 4 pikes. I can understand that decision because, you know, 10 X-bows are not that important compared to 10 pikes if they are in good hands. To do the direct mission to counter knights. The problem is that actually, for now, Destah has, and the whole enemy's team has only one knight. So actually there's nothing to counter there. But it's kinda expected with such food conditions. But I don't know whether they expect some kind of iron plus gold strategy from their opponent. Probably they don't. Well, it will be kinda higher than 150, as I predicted. It will be higher. Not enough recruits here for Terry. Only 2 gold mine. Wait. Oh, no, 3. Okay. So, should be fine soon. Others have enough recruits for their armies, I suppose. Just the size of that armies is like meh. Towers for them both. And here Chlyssich is building something. There is building towers at the top because it's like easier for her to reach this place compared to this passage. And as these tiles are blocking possibility of building a road here, so they are limited in their flowers, I mean their space, and only ways for them to optimize their town is just replace stuff. And I must say that Terry probably, for now, using the biggest part of locations compared to any other players. And here, Chlyssich is actually using the least amount, but to use everything here, he must cut off so many things here. And still not enough recruits for all that those access. I must say, this is kind of numerous anyway, but I really doubt that they will succeed in using that numerosity, but... With holy water, Gross. Holy water. Use that. Probably it will cure your eyes. But I don't know whether you watching this from the very beginning. Those conditions were really perfect for some kind of iron plus gold here. But they all decided to play default, and Classic only in process got that that's kind of bullshit and set a lot of metallurgists here. But with iron production somewhere like on the 45th minute, yeah. Sorry, 50 seconds. Just to make some pikes and bows. They managed to have a... Yeah, they agreed on that. They need a coal, and I need something to drink. I'm not sure that that will be non-alcohol after this game, probably. You guys actually can, yeah, I mean Russian speaking guys, can hear his opinion about his army and his overall gameplay. So, let's probably, I will check for some minutes.
Типа ты смотри, ты можешь какую-то менять на коней и потом их вывести. Ну типа
Да
не...
я сейчас конюшню построила.
Да не, нам нужно... Кони именно сейчас нам нужны. Типа я могу, конечно,
Мне
вывести
жалко, я лучше
сквайров.
буду. Давай, да, пару сквайров, я топориков сейчас кину по разным сторонам, они
I
там
just-
походят, нормально. А сейчас это
Probably he will
нормально
notice.
придет. Просто сейчас это, если будем сразу атачить, то жалко будет мою всю эту лучки обменивать, там топорики.
Я в ахуе прокомментировал. I mean, Classic commented this situation. Which can be translated like he's fucking shocked. The guys are discussing some stuff. Intruder. Well, according to the bad guys, believe more in Raketa Destah. Mostly that's Harry. That's why he's downloading a replay. Guys from the left are still discussing something, I suppose. I wonder if Terry and Chlyssich didn't communicate during the game. How surprising can be that fact that Terry, I mean, that fact that Chlyssich has only town hall plus small amount of leather and pikes. Good evening, Comrade Sergei Vyacheslavoich. Oh, that's Thunder who actually gave a feedback to my map. I will check this, I think, in a break. Yep. Okay, they're starting, sorry. Okay, let us see. No horses for the left team. Okay, those can count as horses, but they are stuck. Sabro, I'm stuck. Yep, now they are free. So these are full barbarians. Seems like that. Yeah. No rebels, no such stuff. No rogues. Some pikes and bowmen. And a lot of militia. But probably there is no need in rocks here because like kinda a lot of bows from Terry here. And, oh, balls sometimes. They need some time to roll those balls to the table. Especially, I think, Chlyssich. Kinda nice anyway. So, vision, like... Where is the third one? Okay. He's chasing the Destah. Kinda risky. He wants to catch at least one, but he's trying to chase two of them. Okay, he got to chase this one. Difficult to predict what is going to be here. I think he will die anyway, but he killed one, and difficult to hit this one with 4 hits. No, not fifths. It's still alive. Here came the pike, so it's just a trade. Okay. Well, 10 gold chest to 1 knight is not a really good trade. It's not bad. So let's think it like that. Not bad one. Charge. Actually, he revealed his barbarians from the fog of war. Okay. Yes, I must mention these barracks are kind of far from possible battlefield, so reinforcements will come from here later. Let me compare it with Terry. Okay, that's kind of the same story here for Terry, so it's for both of them. Militia is dead here. Well, no deep scouting, no deep intelligence for guys from the right. The same stands for the left team, but here is the one vagabond still. Some orc dudes. Some recruits here, and famine is not a joke for Chlyssich here. The winery is here, 2 mills working, or even a butchery. Well, if those guys from the top are so separated, I must say that in this case it's kinda enough free space for the left team to actually operate. So their strategy should be to catch one of those players. The main problem for them, that they have completely no knights. Literally no such thing here. Chlyssich believes in himself and tries to encircle the enemy with these sides, but he just doesn't know that actually his vis-a-vis is behind. But that is a signal for Raketa Destah to flee from this point. Yeah, and the absence of knights here is so damn unpleasant for this team, because with knights they could already catch this, for example, with 5 knights. And here something similar can be with those. For example, he is going to do that. He is going to catch this militia pack. Probably the worst decision he could actually ever made here, but okay, we can see that Terry is here, is fighting against Destah 1 versus 1. Chlyssich is going to help. It's not completely not 1 versus 1, so he is actually pressed the storm attack here to hold Raketa here, while they both killing Destah here, and Destah is dead. Actually one horseman is here, and he is going to do some stuff, nasty stuff. It's still 21 barbarian here, but barbarians are under attack. I mean, under fire. But I must say, Raketa is still full of his power. They are fleeing, so the only thing they can do is actually chase them with only pikes, but some small reinforcements, and they are all dead under that huge arrow shower. Pikes are not the best units to do that stuff, and actually they will die anyway as well. You should not, but she is doing that, so yeah. Militia is here. Wow. Well, let us check. Minus something, but kinda difficult to militia to operate here with no backstabbing. But 24 is still alive. So now they should try to strike somewhere else. They are cheating. Okay. But this, well, the only possible, well, not possible, it's like upcoming problem for Chlyssich here is his gold amount, as his mountains are almost empty. And to continue operating, he at least requires some kind of market trades to at least to make it possible his leather production at least. I still don't get it why he doesn't want to upgrade his economy for iron production. It's kinda easier compared to leather. It requires less buildings and can be built faster, as you don't need to wait both for corn and pigs to grow up. Kinda tanky bowman. So he's using rebels to empty enemy's tower and go inside. But we must keep in mind that those rebels can be easily stopped in town because of their low initial hit chance. So they're just hitting a tower here without doing anything. Their amount of infantry is not that great here. I think that all their army highly relies on that 20 barbarian pack here. And that's why Chlyssich actually must retreat from here. He cannot continue operating here. And that's so as a result he just lost some bowmen, 5 rebels, and did nothing. Those bows just they're just fighting without any of infantry wall. They will have it potentially, but that's not a good idea, dude. But what? 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 Are you serious? Okay. So what's going to be next here? Some reinforcements for Terry from this place. This will pull the throne. So a lot of bowmen killed. I mean 7 probably. So he's fighting against those reinforcements here. But he split barbarians. Those are under attack. Kinda unpleasant. -1, -8. Famous -8, so pikes and are busy with something like, oh, that's so annoying here. Yeah, he noticed that. Probably the pushes here is complete. Some bowman kills by those vagabonds. A pike is here. Those knights are not doomed because a lot of bowmen are still alive here. It's kind of equal amount. So here we can see a fight between Chlyssich and Terry. And this is unpleasant position for barbarians because they are under bowmen, and that's kind of bad thing. It would be better to swap them with those, but as you see, barbarians are dead. But here we still can see 8 barbarians, and they're pushing this successfully. Killing economy. For now it's like almost nothing. But Terry should also save army somehow. It's a really bad idea to just waste your knights, but here are 2 mounted units, like in duo. Barracks here are almost blocked. Only 9 bowmen to continue operating here, but those cannot support because of this nasty knight. Actually, Raketa literally sold out all of his bowmen just to those 2 horses. And that actually changes everything. Because now left team has so big advantage. Raketa left without a GG. And that's how my third prediction is correct, guys. Drankel&Zhrankel actually won this game. Noted. I can congratulate them with the qualification to the next stage. While PM team will have to play 1 more game, which will decide whether they will be they alive or not. So I don't want to see replay here, as I think we've seen everything during the peacetime, and the fighting was kinda clear, in my opinion. And for understanding, first of all. And I have the information that the game, the second game here is postponed and will start only in an hour and a half. So, what to do? Actually, that was like that was still wheelchair gaming, but I'm glad that Chlyssich actually during the game decided to change his mind. Probably that's not like that because I need to talk with him to discuss that, but it looked like that he actually decided first to build a lot of farms and make some standard economy, and then decided, fuck all that, I will build a lot of metallurgists. Because, I don't know, for me, I think it's by far more preferable there with such conditions, especially on food, to focus initially on that iron and gold, making on 2 farms for meals, and then probably 2 more for stables, and probably a lot of wineries instead of trading wood. And so on and so on. So, I will restart stream, and I think I will try to gather a lobby of high peacetime. Yep. Probably someone will come if you want to play 90 peacetime on my new map, so will wait you on the newest beta. See you in a moment.